Hi students, here are some reminders before we start our online class. Do not forget to write your solution. Fill in the student information box of your notebook. And do not forget to leave a comment after watching our online class video. Thank you very much. Keep learning and be safe. Hi everyone, today is Monday. It's the 10th week of our online class. I'm teacher Darnie, and today we are going to have a continuation of our topic, which is rounding off decimals. So last week we discussed how to round off decimals to the nearest whole number, and we also discussed rounding decimals to the nearest tenths place. So today we are going to have a continuation of our topic, and we are going to discuss rounding of decimals to the nearest hundreds place. Okay, so our objectives for today is for you to be able to round off decimals to the nearest hundreds place. And of course, you are going to answer your worksheet at the end of this discussion. Okay, now let's have first our vocabulary for today. We have 4 words. Our first word is rounding up. Again, rounding up. Our next word, we have round up. Again, round up. Our next word, we have round down. Again, round down. And our last word, we have nearest hundred. Again, nearest hundred. So some of the words you are already familiar with, and those words will be used in our discussion for today. So again, we have here the definition of rounding off. Again, why are we rounding off numbers? So our rounding off means a number is made simpler by keeping its value intact by closer to the next number. So most of the time we round off numbers to make it more simple and easy to read as. Now let's discuss about rounding off decimals to the nearest hundreds place. So when we say hundreds place, meaning we have 2 decimal places. Okay, so as a quick review, again, when we say decimal number, we have 2 parts. Okay, on the left side we have the whole number, and on the right side we have the decimal numbers. And of course, these the whole number and the decimal numbers are separated by what we call decimal point. Okay, now how are we going to round off decimal to the nearest hundreds place? So we actually have the same process. Okay, the first one, we are going to identify the digit on the hundreds place. In this example, we have 2. Okay, so you can see there the green number we have, that's on the hundreds place. Okay, now after we already identify our digit on the hundreds place, then we are going to check the number on the right side. Okay, always we are going to check the number on the right side. In this example, we have 4. Now remember, when the digit on the right side is 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4, we are going to round down our number. Okay, the number on the hundredths place. Now, if we have digits 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, we are going to round up our digit on the hundredths place. So again, if we are going to go back here, the digit on the thousandths place, that's on the right side of hundredths place, is 4. So therefore, we are going to round down our number in the hundredths place. When we say round down, it's actually just the same with not changing at all, okay? So the number will be the same as it is. So here, after we already round down our number, the digits on the thousandths place will then become 0. And if we have digit on the right side, if our digit on the right side are 0, of course, it's okay not to write. Okay, you don't need to write 0 on the those digits on the right side if those are zeros. So we have here 254.424 is approximately equal to 254.42. Again, we round down our number, so the digit on the hundredths place will be the same. Again, we have here the symbol approximately equal to. Okay, again, they are not the same. This side here, the green symbol, that is equal to, that is a straight line. And the wavy line, okay, that is what we call approximately equal to. So we can read this one as 254.424 is approximately equal to 254.42. Okay, so that is how we read our number. Now, let's go now to the number line. I know that you are familiar with this one already. It's the same with our past two discussions, rounding off decimals to the nearest whole number and to the nearest tenths. So this is still the same. Let us use now the number line to prove that 254.424 is indeed approximately equal to 254.42. Okay, so the first one, we are going to identify our first digit. So our first number will be 254.42. Again, take note for 2.42 only, because we are rounding off to the nearest hundredths place. So that is 2 decimal places. Okay, so 254.42. And if we are going to add 0.01, that will be 254.43. Again, if we are going to add, meaning we're going to round up, okay, 254.42 will become 254.43. So that will be our digit on the right side if we are going to round up. Now, let us identify the exact position of our number. In this example, we have 254.424. So the exact position of our number is in this line here. And again, the line here on the middle, this is our midpoint. When we say midpoint, it's on the middle of our number line. Okay, if you could see here, this is the breakdown of all our numbers, so do not be confused. We start with 254.420. Next we have 0.421, 0.422, 0.423, and so on and so forth. Now, you could see here that 254.424 is actually nearer to 254.42. So since the number is near to to this side here on the left side, then therefore we are going to round down. Okay, so therefore our answer will now be 254.42. So therefore our answer is correct. Okay, now let's have another example. We have here 399.778. Again, we get the number to the hundredths place. So our first number will be 399.77. Okay, if we are going to add 1, so that would be 0.01. We're going to add, that will then be 399.78. Okay, do not be confused. Now let's write the exact position of our number. So you could see here that 399.778 is in this exact position. So you could see the red line there. And our midpoint is, of course, on the middle. So if you are going to check this one, it's very clear that 399.778 is nearer to 399.78. So it's near on the number on the right side. So since that is nearer, the number is nearer on this side, we are going to round up. Okay, we are going to round up. So therefore our answer will then be 399.78. Okay, so that's very easy. I know you're familiar with this one already. Next, let's have another example. Now we have here 105.805. Again, we're going to get the number up to the hundredths place. So our first number will be 105.80. Next, if we are going to add 1, that will then be 105.81. As you could see that our number is on the midpoint. The exact position is also the same with the position of our midpoint. So therefore, if the number is in between, or for example, we have 105.805 is at the midpoint of 105.80 and 105.81. So therefore, we are going to round it up. Okay, so we are going to go to the right side. We are going to round it up. So our final answer will then be 105.81. Okay, so again, the process is the same with rounding off whole number and rounding off tens place. Here we are rounding off to the nearest hundredths place, so the process is still the same. Now let's have example. We have here 174.424. Again, we're going to identify the number on the hundredths place, and our digit on the hundredths place is 2. And we are going to check the number on the right. Teacher, that is number 4. So when we say number 4, again, is that round up or round down? We are going to, of course, we are going to round down our number. Again, when we say round down, we're just going to add 0. Okay, so basically there are no changes if we're going to round down. So if we add 0 to 2, that will be the same. So our answer will be 174.424 is approximately equal to 174.42. Again, we round down our number. Next, we have here 95.758. The same. Let's check the number on the hundredths place. We have 5 and we check the digit on the right side. That is number 8. So if we have digit 8, is this round up or round down? We have, okay, very good. We are going to round it up. So again, if we are going to round up, we're just going to add 1. So if you could see here, if we are going to add 1 to our digit on the hundredths place, so our final answer will then be 95.758 is approximately equal to 95.76. Okay, so that's very, very, very easy. Now let's have our final example here. Okay, so it's already getting bigger and bigger. We have 999.999. Okay, so we have all digits 9. So let's check the number, the digit on the hundreds place. So we have here 9, and we check the number on the right side. That is still 9. So of course, since our digit is 9, we are going to round up. So if you're actually going to look at the number 9 plus 1, that would be 10. So we just 0 carry 1. 1 plus 9, that will be 10. So 0 carry 1, and then until we reach the last number. So our final answer, of course, will be 1000. Okay, so that is very, very easy. Okay, now so let's get your activity number 21, your worksheet. And you have 3 papers. The first paper is your worksheet, and your 2 papers, that is your solution paper. Okay, so you are going to answer your worksheet, and you are going to show your solution, of course, on your solution paper. Now let's discuss how to answer this one. So we have here example in letter A, that's already bonus. We have 14.205 is approximately equal to blank. Again, our first digit, we are going to write here 14.20. Okay, you can have that one. You can actually just write 14.2. That will still be accepted. Okay, that's correct. And the digit on the next side, we have 14.21. Okay, or you don't need to write 14.210. You can just also write 14.21. And again, you will have here your number on the midpoint. That would be 14.205. Again, do not forget, from the start, we have 0.201, 0.202, 0.203, 0.205, okay, until 0.209 and 0.210, okay. So next, we are going to write the exact position, and we are also going to identify the word, like for example here, letter A, we have 14.205 is at the midpoint of 14.2 and 14.21. Okay, and next will be your final answer. You write it here. We write 14.205 is approximately equal to 14.21. And of course, you go back to your worksheet and you are going to write your final answer. Okay, so I know that you already familiar with this one because you already answered your first worksheet and your second worksheet. They are actually the same with our discussion for today. So we've discussed this. This is our third week already discussing about rounding decimals. Okay, so that ends our discussion about rounding decimals to the nearest hundredths place. So if you have a question with our lesson for today, do not hesitate to ask your teachers in our line group so we can discuss your question in our line group. And of course, do not forget, after watching this video, you have to comment your student number and your section so that that comment will be recorded as your attendance for today. Okay, so that's it. That ends our discussion about rounding decimals to the nearest hundredths place. See you again next time. Keep learning, everyone, and be safe. Have a nice day.